People aren't actually afraid of change. We humans are great at change. That's why we're running the planet, not the monkeys or the guinea pigs. But we are often afraid of what we will lose if things change. So great change only happens when we confront and embrace what we need to lose. Whenever there's a major organizational change, like a new leadership, a restructuring, I don't know, new processes, an IT system, whatever, the change often divides teams rather than bringing them together. And this shows up in many ways. You may see people who resist or even try to sabotage the change to prevent it from happening. I've sometimes seen staff members who will pursue their own agendas, or they'll dream up their own change because they think it's better. Or indeed, most commonly what we see is colleagues who will drag their heels and embrace the change at the very last possible minute. And then they'll feel frustrated by the change because it wasn't their idea, rather than the excitement that they should be feeling because of all the new benefits that they can now enjoy. And the end result of all of those people holding back change is that change doesn't go to plan, it takes too long, it costs too much, and it rarely achieves the initial goals. Biggest myth about organizational change is that people don't like change. Leaders often think that change is hard because their people resist it. But actually, the truth is, most people welcome change and they enjoy the feeling of progress and the freshness that good change brings. Imagine a world where there was no change. That would get dull very quickly. But what people don't like is the uncertainty and the loss of control that often accompanies change. Change is not a threat. Change is the raw material of progress. And clinging on to outdated working practices, or the way things are done around here, or your comfort zone, whatever you call it, that is a surefire recipe for obsolescence in a world where change is happening faster than ever. To be a great leader today, you have to abandon the notion that you're in charge and you have all the answers. I call it the HIPPO. If you're a HIPPO, you've got no future here, the highest paid person's opinion. If you want to be a great leader today, you need to suspend the notion that because you're the highest paid person, you have authority over the future. You don't. The future belongs to everybody, and you are no better at predicting it because you're the boss than anybody else. A future-ready leader is someone who accepts that they do not have all the answers, but they know that their job is to empower their team members to lead the change on the organization's behalf. They want their team members to spot all those small, tiny improvements that are within their field of responsibility, so that they have ideas about what can be better, so that they work with colleagues to make those ideas feasible and exciting, so that they can inspire the whole team to collective action to make those small changes a reality, so they add up to a lot of big change. If you'd like to know how future-ready leaders actually do this, I walk you through the 5 strategic shifts in this video up here.